I'll tell you the difference between global and local. So, in a 3D platform, there are two types of these position settings. So, in global, if you move this object, you'll see that this value is changing, y value. The y value is changing globally. So, you'll see that this is the transform of the object, and this is same for the armature. So later you'll know what an armature is, but let me show you. So if I move this, you'll see that this location also moving. However, this has pose mode. So by the way, what I'm doing, you don't need to follow what I'm doing. You just need to understand what it is. This transform changed when this bone was in object mode, but however, if this bone is moved in this blue pose mode, you'll see that only this value is moving instead. And these two are separate. What can this mean? So this is the global and this is the local value. So to be more precise, this is when I rotate this, you'll see that the rotation grid has not changed. It's like the blue one's in the side, the green one's is in this direction, the red one's in this direction. Even though how much you change the cube, you'll see that this stays the same. Same for the locations. So right now, the arrows and stuff are set as global. So even though you rotate the cube, these are always going to face the same directions. However, if I change this into local, you'll see that these directions change according to the cube. So even rotation, if I change this, the blue one has changed, and if I do this, these also have changed. So local depends on the cube's location, not global means the setting of this world here. So, and the local depends on the position of the cube. And also, in edit mode, you'll see that if I try to extend this here, it's getting longer in the right direction. So, yeah, and this is going to be a straight tower going up. And notice how these parts are all right angles. However, if I change this in like this, so this object here has been rotated. And if I am in this mode, I'll see, and if I have my axis stuff as local, you see that I'm able to move this face in the direction of the cube's face, the actual face. So this is still a 90-degree corner of the cube here. You'll see it's sustained. However, if it's global, you see that the moving points are not determined by the rotation of the cube, but the world itself. So if I do this, it's not going to be a perfect rectangular shape. Same thing here. If this is in edit mode, if I rotate this in edit mode, not in object mode, this is never going to be in the right direction, because this is part of the global. This rotation was rotated in edit mode, not in object mode. So being rotated in edit mode, it's also being rotated as locally. So even though you press local, it's gonna stay as the arrows will be staying at this position forever. So when you later on, the differences between local and global are very, very important, especially when it comes to textures, because some textures, their values change according to where this object is. So later when I say local or global, you must be able to determine what you're supposed to do.